Taiwan's efforts to combat COVID-19 are a good story to tell. Beginning in January this year, my government was proactive, decisive, and transparent in combating the virus. Taiwan's success story is a well-told one, and I need not repeat it in detail here. But the most important lesson for us all is that Taiwan was able to become one of the safest places in the world during the pandemic, and we made sure of this while maintaining our democratic principles and freedom. The effectiveness of our democratic governance, in spite of the pandemic, was made possible through the joint efforts of individual citizens, the business community, civil society, and the government. One well-known aspect of our response is the rapid expansion of the face mask production through extensive public and private collaborations. Taiwan is now the second largest face mask producer in the world, making 20 million masks per day. This achievement has allowed us to donate more than 51 million masks to more than 80 countries. Face masks embossed with Made in Taiwan can be seen from the White House to the streets of Europe, Japan, and many other places around the world. Taiwan's efforts do not stop here. We have research teams working with different partners in the United States and Europe to develop a vaccine. Our top research institute has developed a rapid diagnostic test that can detect the virus in just 50 minutes. We have also held numerous meetings to exchange knowledge and expertise regarding the prevention and control of COVID-19 outbreaks in the international community. Taiwan can help was the motto for our efforts to support the global community in combating the pandemic. It is because we truly believe that helping ourselves enables us to help others, and that when we help ourselves, others will help us. This is also an important belief to maintain as we all face daunting security challenges in the Indo-Pacific region. Taiwan stands at the forefront of defending democracy from authoritarian aggression, and our commitment to democracy and stability is unwavering. As the President of Taiwan, I have worked to further accelerate the development of our asymmetrical capabilities to strengthen our national defense. Planning for substantive reforms from our military reserve and mobilization system is also well underway. Taiwan bears the ultimate responsibility for our own defense. My government has increased our defense budget in proportion to the military challenges we face. As Commander-in-Chief, it is my responsibility to ensure that our men and women in uniform have the equipment they need, and for the Taiwanese people to feel confident in our self-defense. We've also procured necessary equipment from the United States, including new F-16Bs, as well as missiles and other additions to the asymmetric capabilities. I am pleased that over the past 4 years, we have engaged in a regular process for ourselves, fulfilling our defense priorities. At the same time, the government has been committed to enhancing our domestic production capabilities. We are engaged in new aircraft and naval vessels production, because we believe that a robust defense posture can be better supported by a more competitive defense industry. As a result, our T5 Brave Eagle first took flight in June this year, and is one of the most advanced fifth-generation advanced jet trainers in the world. We are giving ourselves the tools to defend our home, our democracy, and our vision. And no one country can accomplish the goals of maintaining regional peace, stability, and security alone they require far-reaching collaboration. This is where we need others' help, and this is where we can help each other. The rapid militarization of the South China Sea, increasing and frequent gray zone tactics in the Taiwan Strait and East China Sea, coercive diplomacy used against countries and corporations, just to name a few, are all destabilizing the Indo-Pacific region. Furthermore, Hong Kong's recent past shows us that liberty and freedom can easily be lost if our efforts to protect them are not coordinated and sustained. It is time for like-minded countries and democratic friends in the Indo-Pacific region and beyond to discuss a framework to generate sustained and concerted efforts to maintain a strategic order that deters unilateral aggressive actions. We need a strategic order that encourages cooperation, transparency, and problem solving through dialogue, not threats of war. We need a strategy that avoids war, yet clearly conveys our resolve to protect our democracies. If the pandemic has taught us anything at all, it is that transparency and good governance prevail when best serve our people. The challenges we face during this era of COVID-19 go beyond public health and security. The pandemic has also severely disrupted national economies and international trade. One of the most important and painful lessons that we have learned is this: the global supply chains and trade mechanisms we have come to heavily rely on are highly fragile and are often subject to coercive measures by aggressive actors. However, the current situation gives us an opportunity to re-examine and reorganize economic and trade cooperation, and most importantly, adapt to restructuring supply chains and reinforce fair and non-coercive trade rules. Last week, during the groundbreaking visit by Czech Republic's Senate President to Taiwan, the American Institute in Taiwan, that is AIT, hosted the Forum on Supply Chain Restructuring, including resilience among its like-minded partners. Participants included representatives from the EU, Japan, the Czech Republic, and Taiwan. The discussions included the need for restructuring global supply chains to bring them closer to home or locate them in like-minded economies. Most importantly, these global supply chains should also be secure and free from political coercion. Taiwan and the United States also issued a joint declaration on 5G security. We agreed that we should all be responsible for evaluating 5G hardware and software suppliers and supply chains to promote secure 5G architecture. Taiwan and the United States will also help raise awareness about the risk regarding 5G networks and work with like-minded partners to develop appropriate standards, guidelines, and best practices. This symbolizes a new chapter in the collaboration between like-minded partners who share the values and a new future for the rules-based order in Indo-Pacific and around the world. This alliance will safeguard the values we cherish most, that is, freedom, safety, human rights, and democracy. Let me conclude by saying that time and again we have confronted great challenges, and yet we have always been able to weather these storms by believing in our values and working together. Only by doing so can we create a peaceful, prosperous, and secure Indo-Pacific region. Security and economic development cannot be separated. A lack of economic integration among these like-minded countries would only drive us to seek short-term solutions with those who do not share our values and beliefs. Divided we fall. Together, we are more than the sum of our parts. One day, the current pandemic will recede. But I sincerely believe that the solidarity we develop through our efforts to create a free, open, and prosperous region will continue being a force in the future. Finally, I'd like to thank Chairman Wall for his invitation and all the participants who made time to join us. I wish you all the best and a successful work. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,